What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Rivah. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And as I always say, make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section down below. It doesn't matter how you feel about this video. We all want to talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. And this video was actually recommended to me by a lot of my subscribers on Instagram as well as in the comment section. And this is like a more up-to-date interview with, Ms Shahrazad Ali. And we got to see her perspective, maybe how it's changed or how it stayed the same, but how she feels up in current time. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this video. Very intrigued on how this conversation went. Very interested on what she has to say, and let's just go ahead and get right into this video.
Ask as well, because I think you're familiar with this section of YouTube of men now voicing their opinion of their relationships with the black woman. So I just got to hear your thoughts of the information that you've seen thus far.
Well, we have to be careful with that, especially when it's coming from men. I think that a lot of men who are talking about us as black females out here have a little bit more ulterior motives, even though a lot of their points, some of them are good, but some of the men sound like they have either been turned down by a woman or turned out by a man. And I'm not sure which one it is yet, so I just listen and just see. But it comes around, as I said, about every generation.
Whoa. First of all, whoa. And I think that's valid. And the reason why I'm going to say that I think that's valid and why I agree with that statement is because there is so many different platforms within the Manosphere, right? And everybody, you obviously have to get sound advice, but you cannot listen to every single person and every single thing that comes out of their mouth, right? You have to use your discernment to decipher who is speaking out of, knowledge and who is actually doing stuff in an uplifting way to assist or to help, and who is just in the bashing crew of just like literally attack, So I do think that is valid, again, because there is so many, so many different platforms within the Manosphere.
Awesome. And let me also touch on this because, and I had the opportunity to go and read through the book, and I read it from cover to cover. And I'll tell you what, like I'm looking at, I was reading through the book, and it was like every chapter that I went through, I was thinking about another past dating relationship, something. I'm like, oh, that's why that happened. It was amazing. And so within the book, and you've been criticized famously for the critique or just speaking about the behavior, right? So thinking through what that is, right? Can you talk about the importance of of coexisting between the black man and the black woman in the face of the modern feminism as it exists today?
Well, a lot of our behavior, we haven't really made certain decisions about, because so many things have been shattered of certain standards and values and mores that now it's difficult to ascertain what is considered bad for us, what is considered good for us. And a lot of times when you bring up things that have historically been good for us, people say that's old school, that's old-timey, and that they don't too much want to deal with that. They think we're living in a modern time where things have changed. And they have changed. But change don't mean better. Change just means different.
True.
So a lot of what we used to stand for and be with has changed for the worse.
So let me also hit the comment.
That's a really good statement. People, because that's one of the biggest things that people say, like, oh, we don't live in those times anymore. Times have changed. Yes, they have changed, but it doesn't mean that because, like, as she said, that we've all adapted and changed with the times. It means that we change in an effective or positive manner. And I think that's key, because that's something that a lot of people say, like, oh, times have changed and things are different now. Times have changed. Okay, but maybe things that we've done should not have changed to keep certain standards in place within our family structure. So I really like that she said that as well.
Like this is that, and I'm not sure how aware of you are of this, but there's been a recent movement of men that are black men that are saying they don't want to participate in dating black women anymore. They do things and they say, you know, save yourself, black man, and you know, they might be traveling to other countries. Or just some are just, you know, completely going into hermit mode and just not dealing with black women at all. What do you say for those men that have lost hope in marrying the black woman?
Well, I would say that that's the closest way to suicide if they really feel like that. See, because if there's no you, there's no me. There's no me, there's no you. I'm the only thing on earth that can reproduce you. Okay? In the cleanest form that's possible.
Look at this sass still. I love it.
And you are the only thing on earth that can impregnate me to create yourself.
Yes.
And so this idea that we're going to just quit each other and not seek a solution is just suicide. Our birth rates are already low. So at a time when we should try to get along for more than one night, I'm not talking about no one night stand, I mean in a regular relationship, we should be trying to get along. We should be teaching our children to get along. See, my new market today, brother, is the children of the parents who I tried to reach 30 years ago. And so they didn't model for their children. They didn't teach them things. And so now their children are asking me and demanding from them, why didn't you tell me the truth about that?
That's powerful. That's powerful. And, you know, just to go to the comment that she said about, you know, there's no me without you, there's no you without me. I mean, if we're talking about unfiltered, not watered down, pure, you know, everyone is mixed in some way or shape or form, but if we're just talking about pure blood, yeah, the only people who can make, you know, a black baby is a black woman and a black man, right? Well, we're talking about no mixture, nothing like that. So, for her to call that suicide, I think is a really strong statement, and I definitely, you know, obviously agree with that. If you are, you know, they always have said that I think by a certain time that everyone is literally going to look the same because everyone is going to be completely mixed because of all the, you know, interracial dating and marriages and stuff like that. So, her saying that is like literally like, okay, so who is going to be like, how are you going to have a strong, as a man, like how are you going to have a strong version, strong bloodline version of yourself if it's changed so much? So that's what the statement that she was making. And I love that she said that her narrative has now changed in the sense that her target market or her target audience is now people of the children of the generation of the people that she was trying to reach however many years ago. And now she's talking to, I would assume that would be maybe around my generation to inform and to assist us so that we can then, you know, take the baton and keep running when it comes to our children. So I love that as well.
How come I didn't know anything about this? They too learned how to have a relationship from television, from the people that do not represent us, and from just modern times, contemporary issues and stuff like that. But that's not anything that's going to save us. We are the only things that can save us, ourselves. And it's not going to come through no food stamps, no grant, you know, no job. It's not going to come from any of that. It has to come through our change of behavior to each other.
Yeah.
Can you touch on the topic of black women saying they are unprotected and the implication it has on black masculinity?
Can we just give him like a thumbs up just for his questions? I love the fact that he came prepared, obviously, with questions to ask, but I like the value that the questions are offering to the conversation.
Well, a woman has to be in a position that she can be protected.
Uh-oh.
A woman has to deserve protection by the way she live her life or present herself.
Talk to him.
A woman has to require protection because she is in her place, in her lane. And then men might feel that they can step in and protect her. A lot of our women don't want to be protected. You can't protect them whether anybody bothers them along. Sometimes we try to protect our women from a bad idea. She don't want no protection. So there's no situation where a man that don't know a woman can walk down the street and see somebody doing something to her and automatically just jump in.
Sometimes our men are trying to protect us from a bad idea. A bad idea. Something as simple as a bad idea. And that said woman doesn't want protection. this feeds into the mentality of I could do better by myself. You can't tell me nothing. I got it. I'm good. I don't need you to help me. I don't need your opinion. I don't need anything from you. So what she's saying is, okay, you don't need anything from me. So why would you need my protection?
So that has to be an individual choice, and it has to be a situation where the woman is in order, not out there cussing, jumping up in men's face, screaming and hollering, acting a fool, trying to act like she a man. And then when some other man deal with her like she a man, then she want you to jump in and save her. It don't work like that.
It doesn't.
It don't work like that.
It absolutely doesn't.
And you have to be careful. The black woman will book a fight for you and walk away.
Yeah, early, right? How many of our black men are in jail right now because of situations like that?
And I know a lot of brothers who are taking time for sisters. So, we need to watch that. They get them in trouble. They call themselves being a man, taking the weight for the problem, and then she gone. He in jail. So we have that situation. And we have a lot of sisters where the brothers have tricked them out of their money. Okay, now let me say this. If we're happy with a man, we don't care nothing about no money, so don't believe that lie. That he got my money, and we would give him some more if he was treating us like we wanted to be treated, or taking care of our children emotionally like we want.
Wow.
See, those are our requirements. It's a lot of things we make like it's important in the end. But what is a few dollars to certain happiness?
Right.
See, that's how that is. Money don't mean nothing in that way.
It really doesn't. And I try to push that on the channel so much that, if you look at our media today, and they push all of this money, they got money up to their ears.
And men have to be careful, because a lot of times when a woman get with a man and she start buying him a lot of stuff, his shoes, his sneakers, chains, tattoos, a whole lot of stuff, you got to be careful about that, because a lot of times women do that so they can own a dude. And then a lot of times if we get mad at you and fall out, we say, give me all my stuff back.
So what do you say to those that are looking for men that are 6 figures plus, when in reality the majority of us are not doing that? I think the average salary is around $42,000 per year. If you had a singular message for them, what would you say?
Well, I think, as I said, that we have some unrealistic expectations. The society has insisted that we demand from our man the one thing that they haven't allowed them to get, and that's money. And based on that, I would say good luck to them. But if the woman is looking for that, she might get in that real low old age still looking for that. So she might have to just find somebody that they can pool their resources and put their little money together and try to make it. The other thing is for us to stop demanding everything that the enemy sell, trying to keep up with the Joneses and thinking we got to have a different outfit for every day. All of that's just based on financial. That's not because anybody wants to see us looking nice. It's just they make money off of us, and so they always want to come up with any kind of scheme they can to get us to give them the money.
And I think a big point is that, a big point of what she just said is keeping up with the Joneses. And, I've always heard that statement like, trying to keep up with the Joneses. And then I've always heard the, comma, keeping up with the Joneses, comma, the Joneses, but the Joneses don't even exist, or but the Joneses don't even have any furniture in their house, or but the Joneses are in so much debt that you don't see, and it's unfortunate that, like, especially within society right now, with social media, and of course, like, everybody has a certain lifestyle that they portray, but how do you know that that's actually real life and what they really have going on? And as she said, there's a lot of value on, like, expecting this man to take you out of this, or put you into this lifestyle, or put you into this situation, and so much emphasis on the money. And as she said, like, a lot of women will be like, I'm not settling for any regular man, and they're going to feel that way for a long time, all the way up until the point that they're single, still searching the same goal at 60, 70 years old. And that's super unfortunate when, there's nice, eligible men who are, you know, willing to be there with you and, like, you know, help you out and all this kind of stuff. And maybe they don't make that amount of money, but they're a good man that can offer value to you and to your home and to your space. You know, give you children and be a great father and all of these things, but you're chasing something as superficial as, you know, money and things.
And we spend on cell phones, the money we spend on drugs, the money we spend on alcohol, you know, the money we spend on brand name clothes. Most of the money we have, we give away to other people by trying to make ourselves look presentable or be presentable. You know, my grandson used to tell me, I don't want to wear that because they're going to be looking at me. I say, well, who is the they?
Who is they?
You know? And, you know, we as adults, we talk about, well, you can't wear white after Labor Day. Why? Who said that? Right. You know, see, I have to know who say different things. I have to examine them before I just jump on the bandwagon and stuff. And I want to know, well, who said it, why they say that, when, whatever. And so, you know, you have that kind of situation.
That reminds me of like a comment like with my mom and my dad. Like my dad will make generalized statements and he'll be like, you know, everybody or everyone. And my mom is like, you don't know everybody. You don't know everyone. Like, you know, like, so she's saying like, ooh, they gonna know, you know, I wore this outfit yesterday. Who is they? Like, who are you even talking about?
Our culture is clearly in disarray, right? We've already established that. And we're trying to change it. But let me ask from your opinion, who should be leading the charge? The black man or the black woman?
Well, it's going to have to be the black man. Ain't nobody scared of the black woman. All that woofing we doing, it's just a lot of talk to get attention. It's not, you know, worth anything.
Uh-oh.
And so our men are going to have to lead it. There's going to come a time, I keep saying, this not getting along is a luxury. But there's going to come a time that we're going to get along. And women who you thought would never pay any attention to you will be talking to you and giving you the eye, okay? So y'all just be a little more patient. It's coming because we have to rely on you for protection. I'm talking physical protection now because the enemy is treating our women like they treat our men. They'll throw our women down and stomp them or shoot them just like they do y'all. So this thing, we finally got equality on that, okay? So they're attacking us the same way. So what we have to have is a man to come in there and help protect our food. We might have to have a man to go get us some food. And so all of that, but I don't like him because of this, and I don't like him because, that's going to change. But so many are being lost while we're waiting on that change to come about. So many of our people are being lost. I'm not even sure what the future is going to bring on that because so many people are destroying themselves, and so many of us have the values so messed up that we actually think that good sex means it's a good relationship.
Uh-oh. Talk to him.
And that's not true.
This woman is, I love her mind and I love her thought process so very much. And I try to, I try to say this so much in my videos, right? I try to talk about this as much as I possibly can. And she just said it, and I have to say it again in a lack of better words. Like, the world outside is hard enough, right? Like if you look around, if you look at the news, like literally it just seemed like everybody just gone crazy, right? And we know that like certain things have always existed. Just a lot of light and a lot of like a light is being shined, and there's amplified situations now that people are just more aware of at this time. But I always say that, like, you have to get your family structure together because, like she said, like, where's the protection going to come in? Like, who are you going to have to lean on? Like, there's so much things going on that, like, you need that base to keep you grounded, to keep you protected, to keep you safe, to keep you, you know, loved at the end of the day, because in life people are going through so much, and like especially all these critical times and stuff like that right now, like we have to figure out a way to make our family structures work because they're worth it at the end of the day, right? Like obviously they're worth it.
We get some of Mama's cooking here today. Yeah. Listen, so let me, and I know exactly what it is that you're talking about, because when the COVID started, man, I was getting some weird DMs. I'll tell you that. I was getting some weird DMs. Like,
listen,
okay.
You know we're lonely and desperate. We just don't want everybody to know it. So we hide behind our big job, our big car, our credit card, and all those different things. But listen, we are lonely, and I'm going to tell you what a lonely woman won't do. Y'all can have anybody you want. Everybody's available, okay? And all of this about, I don't want no man unless he got a good credit rating, unless he right with the Lord. And all of this foolishness that we have made up to explain why we are not with a man. Not because of whatever values and standards we have shut up. You know, so many women tell me, I ain't met nobody to meet my standards. I say, you don't even meet them. And nobody, you're not going to meet that. That's not going to happen. People are attracted to people that are more similar in their values. And so we have to teach back again our children certain standards and values so that they will be attracted to that.
Yes.
As opposed to going out and getting somebody laying in the gutter, talking about, I love them, I feel sorry for them, I can help them.
Yes.
We have to help self. That's not being selfish. But you have to help self first so that you are strong enough mentally and physically to help anybody else. And that includes our children. It would make our children love and respect us more if we say stop running the streets or going to the club or sitting up getting high with them or drinking all the time. Even though that's what's happening, that's not what they want for us. And it's like a man. He don't want his woman doing certain things or dressing certain ways.
Yeah.
And every time we go out and dressing really overly sexy, we're putting our man's life in danger. Because if somebody say to us out of order, say something to us out of order or wrong, then his manhood say he got to step up and defend us.
Right.
Over nothing, over some foolishness.
Right.
And if you got a man and you're satisfied and happy with him, then why are you going out trying to entice new men? And the more clothes a woman take off, the more desperate she is. That don't mean she bold and brave and want to get with somebody. That means she's desperate. And that's a cry. Please give me some attention. Please look at me. Say something. Do something. That's what that is. And that's the condition of many of us. That's not anything that's an insult. We're talking reality. We have got to deal with the reality of our lives so that we can make corrections. But making up all of this stuff and then have them conferences where ain't nothing but black women.
Right.
Yeah. And
Tell the truth.
some of the people that used to be against me. And even some of the new people that's out. If you don't have any track record, if you don't have any proof that you have had a good relationship or are in one, then don't come out trying to tell me how to have one when yours failed.
Uh-oh.
And that's my only position about that, okay?
And that's
you
a
don't
good
have
position.
the authority to tell me how to fail too. I mean, what have you got for me?
Uh-oh.
And as she said, you know, when the women are at these seminars and they're going and they're hearing these people speak, the only people that are there are other women who are single, who are not in a relationship. And that's the same people who are giving the advice. So I definitely agree with those sentiments. You know, they always say, like, if you're a married woman or you're trying to be married, you know, obviously you can't trust everybody that is married, because some people have a marriage that obviously you wouldn't even want for yourself, right? You wouldn't want that mirrored for yourself. But I definitely feel, first of all, happy that she still stands so strong on these principles. And I say still because sometimes, you know, people do change. Let's just be honest. Sometimes people do change and morph. But her mindset and her goal, especially, and her love for the unit, the Black family unit, to be together and to be strong, is something that she's literally so devoted to for, obviously, like, literally almost her whole life.
So we have to look at those kind of things too. You have to have credibility, and I think that's why I have lasted all these years, because all of the people who listen to me teach, I haven't changed my teachings because we haven't changed our behavior. It's not time to change it. And they'll tell me, yeah, but that's old school. Yeah, you used to say that. Well, we used to do it, and we're still doing certain things that are deteriorating and destroying our homes and making our own children grow up and kill us. That's new.
This woman is incredible. And I agree. Obviously, the teachings that were done back then obviously worked. Those people are still married. They're still together to this day. And like she said, her teachings haven't changed. Her voice has not changed, because she still has the same message to tell everyone, because they're still doing the same things wrong that they were doing back then as well. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I can't remember everyone who did recommend me this video in my, like I said, in my Instagram and in my comment section, but make yourself known, obviously. I also want to thank you guys so much for watching. I want to know you guys' honest opinion on this video, on her take, on her stance, and how you feel about all of the comments that she said in this video. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Again, if you're not following me on Instagram, it's at RIVAH_JORDON. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so very much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you.